This is the title sequence for the thriller TV series Wallander. It starts off with a rumbling sound that resembles that of the wind, but at first it's made unclear until the scene of a sea comes into view, which then strengthens that point that it is in fact the sound of rumbling wind, getting gradually louder as the scene becomes more into focus. As this shot of the sea comes into more focus, you then see land and then get a clear establishing shot of the surroundings, and it's shown to be quite eerie, quite ominous, no life, no colour. The shot continues to track in quite fast paced to then see two characters emerge in the background, creating questions as to why they're here on their own. This is then briskly followed by a contrasting sound resembling that of a blade, sounding quite violent. This is then followed by a shot of two characters we assume to be the main characters, but we don't get introduced to them straight away, we just get an image of them from behind, creating mystery as to who they are. There is then an extreme close-up of what we think is the inside of a car, and we can see blood splattered on the window, which then suggests there has been a brutal attack. We also see what we believe is a taxi ID, so we then get a hint as to who the character may be. We also assume this ID belongs to the person that we can see a slight part of their head who is unconscious in the car. Whether we know if he's dead or not, we are not sure at the moment. We then get our first glimpse of who the main characters are, getting a clear image of their face. You get straight away the idea that one of them has more agency than the other, as they are slightly more farther ahead than the other character. You then get a clear image of the man in the car, and you get to see an extremity of his injuries and the brutal attack that happened within the car. Then leading onto a shot of his hand, which then twitches, which links onto the shot of his eye twitching to suggest these characters may not be as safe as they once thought they were. You then get a shot of his ID covered in blood, and then you then see the characters walking away quite briskly, again strengthening the idea of one of the characters being more agent than the other, as she's walking gradually quite further ahead, as well as she has quite an emotionless expression on her face to suggest she doesn't care about what's happened, whereas the other character has quite a fearful expression on her face to suggest she may be scared of this other character. You then get an extreme close-up of the character's hand dropping the knife on the floor, in quite a casual way, suggesting she doesn't care about what's just happened. As well as this, the hyperbolic sound of the knife hitting the floor strengthens this. You then see the beginning of the titles, which resembles that of a knife sliding into the screen in quite a mysterious, quite violent manner.